Hey guys. So today I want to talk about choices. I want to talk about some examples, and then I want to talk about a few ideas. First, the choices that we make, they kind of go hand in hand. And a lot of people, you would think as an adult, would understand that. But a lot of people are lost. And the thing about obesity I have really figured out is being lost and being scared kind of go hand in hand. There are a bazillion. That's really a number. A bazillion weight loss, weight things, lose weight now, pills, shakes, powders, magic fucking potions, and unicorns delivering it. It drives me crazy. And I get questions all the time from people about, well, how did you do it? Or what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And what scares me most is the marketing that has brainwashed us all. And I talk about this all the time. And I never used to really research things until about 6 months ago, before I got the nerve even to make a YouTube video. Even joined Facebook. I've been an Instagram guy because it was easy. It was a picture, some words, and that was pretty much it. At my grocery store I go to, there's a checkout guy that works out at my gym as well, and he and I always kind of have difference of opinion on weight loss. But he's never been big. So his society standard of the common thing to lose weight is move. And that's all great and dandy, but there's more to it. People don't realize the emotional side we've discussed and all those other things. So as a joke, I like getting things from the grocery store when I check out, and I usually bring one thing up, and put it in my basket, and he always knows that I'm there to screw with him because there's always something that says healthy, non-fat, low-fat. So as of late, this weekend, actually it was this morning actually, I was at the grocery store and I put a box of organic cereal in my checkout cart, and he started laughing because he knew that obviously it wasn't for me. But I was cracking up because this organic cereal was made with canola oil. Now, canola oil is a man-processed made oil. There's not the canola fruit, okay? It goes to this huge machine and it's made. Oil that you consume, vegetable, canola, terrible oils, sunflower oil. You guys are eating processed oil. But on the box of this organic stuff had 6 ingredients that I could not pronounce. He had no clue what they were. And it had 44 grams of carbs. It had 38 grams of sugar. Now, most people that are obese or biggies go to the store and they read low fat, non-fat, organic, and they think healthy. So they run home, they eat it all, and they feel like crap, and the scale's not going down, their pants aren't getting looser, and they email me. And they say, I'm eating this, and I've restricted my calories, and I reply back, it's all backwards. And then they get frustrated. And I feel terrible because this is what society has made us believe. This weekend at the gym, I asked a man that was 65 years of age, who's in great shape. I said, I got a question for you. What did your great-grandparents eat every day when you were a child? And now remember, this guy's healthy. This guy at 65, I want to look like this guy at 65. He said, Johnny, I've read your stuff on Facebook, and I can't disagree. Now, one, I was kind of taken back because I would never have known him to be reading my stuff. But two, he said everything I talk about was what they did as a child, what his great-grandparents, his grandparents, and what he still does today. They eat meat, they eat fruit, they eat vegetables. Think about what your great-grandparents ate when he told me this. On their salads, they had balsamic vinegar and oil. They didn't have ranch dressing. They didn't have blue cheese dressing. They didn't have Thousand Island dressing. Back then, unless it was actually created and made with real ingredients, they didn't just go off the old shelf and buy. We are a nation of convenience. We are a nation of excuses. We are a nation of whatever is easiest, count me in. I've said it 1,000 times and I'll say it 1,000,000 more times. Find me an obese person that has binged eat themselves by chicken breasts to 400 pounds. It doesn't freaking happen. Sugar is our enemy. For the emotional eaters, I tell you this. We all go to the refrigerator, we all go to the cupboard for our comfort food. For that food not to talk back to us, for that food to accept us, for that food to not say we're fat, for that food not to say we're a loser, for that food to say it's going to be okay. Unfortunately, most of us, the emotional eaters, don't realize that food is killing us. That food makes you feel really good, but guess what? In the end, that food is not your friend. That food is killing us. We choose to eat the foods because they taste good, because they're easy. Did your great-grandmother, did your grandmother take the easy route, or was she in the kitchen? This all goes back to the same thing. First of all, I'm going to say this. Now, I'm not some crazy governmental conspiracy guy, but I will say this. The government allows big business to make processed foods because there is not enough poultry, not enough meat, not enough eggs, not enough natural resources for us to all consume. If you were to take every grocery store center out of there, we would put everybody out of business. That's a fact. They've engineered more foods to taste like real food because that is where this country and countries have gone. Now, you have to think about just that one simple factor, what I just said. There's not enough fish in the ocean, there's not enough cattle on the ground, there's not enough chickens running around, and they're not making enough eggs that could feed us all if we all decided to eat natural food. They process foods because they bank on the fact that, one, you make them richer, and two, you're going to go for convenience. Get on the Google, it's there. The difference is I just research it. I just look for the answers. Most people that talk to me and most people that know me, I'm as simple as they come. I look for simplicity. Okay? Macaroni and cheese tastes really good. Go read what's in it. That protein shake that you're taking off the shelf, there's not a single natural thing in that except maybe the natural sweetener that they use. It's all chemically induced garbage. Protein drinks is not food. It's not a meal. It doesn't sufficiently supply your body with the nutrients that you truly need. Now, I don't care how pretty your abs are. I don't care how pretty your biceps are. I don't care how pretty your little calves are in high heels, men or women. Okay? A blood test is what tells you that you're healthy. Okay? There are people that run marathons and you think, man, that person's in shape. They're some of the most unhealthiest people I've ever known. I have seen stories recently of the people that, like, you look at them, they're like, man, I'd really like to look like that. They have all these diseases and things because they've lived on what they thought was good food. It's not real food. They're not eating meat. They're not eating real vegetables. They're not eating fruit. They're eating this processed, bio-generated crap, and now they're at the doctors all the time with 10, 15 pills in their cupboard. So, society says, well, you look good, so you must be healthy. But reality says, you're not any healthier than actually I am. These are the choices that we choose to make. You have, as an adult, the choice to read, the choice to want to research what you're sticking in your hole. That's what this comes down to. But because it's easy, because it's convenient, because frozen food sections have your ready-made dinners, we choose to buy that. The examples that I use that I'm so freaking proud of these two people right now, someone that lives overseas, has always been heavy. Her entire life has been heavy. She came to me and said, I'm ready to do this. I've made the choice. You've shown me that I can do this the simple way. I'm ready to do it. Let's do it. So I've been coaching. Within just a week, she feels better, more energy, not hungry. Her overall feeling of herself is better. Just last night, which is her daytime, my nighttime, she sent me an email and said, I'm very tempted to touch this chocolate, but I'm not going to because, like you said, it'll be there later. And I was like emotionally proud because she could have derailed herself by eating one piece of chocolate. Most of you guys know we don't just eat one, we eat 10. We eat the whole box. So she knows how proud I am. She's made the choice to make the change for her health. She has children. She has a full-time job. She's married to a man that has a really busy job. But she's made that choice to make those changes. Next example is Kimberly. I'm going to say her by name. I don't usually say people by name, but she watches this and she already knows how proud I am. She's got a bunch of children. She works in an animal environment. She works in a crazy stressful job. She came to me and said, I'm done and I'm ready to change. I've tried every trick. I've tried every diet. I have lied my way through all these things. Johnny, I'm ready to change. She just reported back from her doctor after a little over a month. She has lost 44 pounds. Her cholesterol is almost perfect. She's over 400 pounds and she's lost 44 and she's still over 400 pounds. Think about that. She has a husband that doesn't really do much. She takes care of everything. She gets 4, maybe 5 hours of sleep, and she has a hard time sleeping regardless. But guess what? She's made the choices because she knows that it's better on the other side. So she's working her ass off to do it. It's the coolest thing ever. We have the ability to make this choice. You either want it for yourself or you don't. And trust me when I say this, everybody around you is used to you saying, I'm going to do it. They already realize you're going to fail because you quit. So who is done quitting? Who's actually ready to make a better choice for their health? Without this, you can have all the pretty biceps and the abs and the calves and the ass and everything else. It's all fine and dandy. If this heart stops working, that's it. If you're lucky enough to get to the hospital and they cut you open and they give you open heart surgery and that's great and everything, and then they tell you have to have weight loss surgery and your life changes for the rest of your life. Some for the better, some for the worst of misery. You don't have to get to that point if you truly wanted to make a better choice for yourself. Think about it. So there's all these 90-day, 60-day, 30-day, 21-day things. Here's my challenge. Most of these people have no idea what it's like to be inside an obese person's brain. A lot of them have no clue. A lot of them haven't been sexually molested, sexually raped, all of the above. Most of them haven't had terrible, terrible things in their life that triggers emotional eating. But there's this group over here that I haven't really gone after, and that after is really the ones that are just fucking lazy, that just don't care to do things, that just think tomorrow I'll start, it's not going to happen to me, it's not going to happen to me. These are the people that I am going to go after, that I want to help. Everyone knows the emotional eaters, I'm already on their team, and we're working on that. But my challenge is this. What in 7 days could you change? Not 30, not 21, not whatever. Just in 7 days. Because the average obese person gets all gung-ho, I'm going to diet, here I go. Right? And they run to the store and they buy lettuce and their fake chicken and all these non-fat, low-fat crap. And they come home and they try it 1 or 2 days and they're like, man, this shit tastes like crap. I'm not doing this. And they give up. So Why would you try to sign up or waste your money on 21 days? How about 7 days? How about 7 days of good protein, healthy fats, some veggies, some fruits, some nuts, some eggs, some butter? Why not just try that and see how you feel? If you couldn't make a change in 7 days, how are you going to make a change in 90 days? I'm going to come up with a challenge, a 7-day challenge. I'm going to give something away. I don't know what it is, but I want comments. I want answers. I want discussion. Down below, or biggie@eataskinny.com is my email. biggie@eataskinny.com. Send me an email. I would love to create a contest for everybody to get involved and see what we can do. And I would be willing to bet, since I've already seen some of the people I'm coaching it change, I'm willing to bet more people could do this. Truck drivers. Got an email from a truck driver. Said, Biggie, what can I do? Well, I helped him. He's going to try it. 7 days. Said, you're on the road for 5? Let's try 5 days. Let's see what we can do in 5 days before you stop at McDonald's. His wife's a health nut. Okay, well, let's have her cook your foods and make your foods before you leave. So when you're sleeping and getting ready to go, have her make your foods. Pack your meals. Get a kettlebell. At your rest stops, do some movement. You're sitting all the time. We have to make this creative. So every 200 miles you go, that's a meal you get to eat. You have to make it a challenge, or we're going to get bored. Most big people are sitting on their couch, they're at their job, and they're thinking about food, they're negative, and they're pissed off at the world. When in the end, you're pissed off at yourself at what you see in the mirror. So, let's make a challenge, a collective challenge. Let's do it. I'll put up something, whatever it is, whether it's a meal plan, an hour Skype, what we can do, a workout plan. I don't know. We'll do something. But I'm interested in hearing what people say. So let's do this. Get back to me. Let's see what we can create.